As a young coach and stuff, you're looking for your identity, and well, this guy does this guy does that, and I have to be me, and that's how my father coached, that's how I played, and I'm just settling into, you know, it's not about X's and O's, it's the philosophy and the psychology of the game, and I think I'm feeling pretty good right now about where we're headed.
To look at Payson Seymour basketball today is to see both a coach and a program in its prime. A little hindsight and a little history quickly remind us that that wasn't always the case. Speaking plainly, there was no magic bullet among Brian Ray's coaching resume entries to suggest that he was a sure thing, nor any pedigreed proof that Payson Seymour was a prize job in its own right. It's funny sometimes how an ideal union can look anything but on first glance.
There's places that people fit, and I think Payson is a place that I just have felt comfortable and have fit. People have allowed me to do my job and build the program.
And that comfort level is underscored by the fact that Payson Seymour is winning at an unprecedented level. 27 victories this season, the program's first regional title in 20 years, followed up by a first ever sectional title victory as well.
Freeing is a good word. I think the last couple of years we've been a really good you know, cast of characters and stuff like that. It didn't gel at the right time or come up just short, and the weight of all that is, you know, we really want to get over the hump so badly. It's been so long, we've worked so hard for it. I think this is the group that built upon, you know, the past 3 seasons to get to that point, and they just said, you know, we're not even gonna worry about it, we're just gonna go do it.
That resolve is more telling than anything about the man who led the Payson Seymour Basketball Reclamation Project. Brian Ray didn't simply seek to build a team this season. His goal was building a family.
I think it's a behind-the-scenes thing, you know, at practice and in our trips together, you know, eating lunch in my room, all the things that we do together. You know, people don't see that, and we have a lot of fun, and I have a lot of fun.
And in the end, it would be a bond and a team strengthened and accentuated by an aggressive summer travel schedule taking on all comers across the Midwest.
I think coming off our previous season, I think people didn't think a whole lot would, you know, come from us, that we'd be competitive, but I don't think anybody thought we'd be as good as we were. But we started playing some teams that, you know, people would say, you can't beat them, and you know, it started off right at the beginning of June. We played the Quincy High shootout, playing, you know, Morton, you know, 3A school, and Shelbyville, 2A school, and stuff like that, and just really playing well. And we started, you know, we didn't do a whole lot. We played. I think that was the point that I said, hey, we could, you know, it isn't a dream. You know, you talk about Peoria and this and that, and you know, it's always been a dream. But the closer the season got, and then the closer the end of the season got, the more it became a reality that we're really close. And you know, we just came up a little bit short, but it was a great feeling to know that we were in that upper echelon of teams in the state.
To the point that Indian basketball isn't now just a sport, it's a culture, both for those who participate.
I put up in our weight room, champions train here, and after we won the regional and then the sectional while we're in, you know, class lifting and stuff, I'm like, that's true. Champions do train here now. The next group coming up doesn't want to be the group that lets the tradition down. I think we're getting towards that point that the younger kids are like, well, I'm going to put in the time because I don't want to let the tradition down. I don't want to let the community down.
And as well for those who cheer them on.
It's one of those small communities that, you know, farmers and sons of farmers and stuff like that, they're doing stuff in the fall and in the spring, but wintertime, you know, there's no better place to be than inside the gym watching a basketball game. We've got a great, you know, gym. We've got a great place to put our kids on display. We play a good, fun style of basketball that people really enjoy. They respect the kids, and it's great to thank the community for coming out and seeing us play, and we do play for them. That's the biggest thing I think these kids showed, is that we play for Payson, not for the Payson basketball program. I think the most emotional I've been this season was going out for the first sectional game against Elmwood, and we had so much time before you can get on the floor, so we had a sea of blue there, and I just said, hey, let's go out and I want you to welcome the crowd. And watching them come out and walk in front of our crowd, they rose to their feet and started cheering them on and stuff like that, and our kids are going through the crowd, welcoming them and thanking them for coming and stuff. That was, you know, I started to get a tear in my eye because I was like, you know, this is what it's about. I'm not going to remember the game and what happened in the game. I'm honestly going to remember that scene in my mind for the rest of my life. And then seeing them at the end of the game at the bowl go through, and, you know, all those people, an even bigger crowd going through all those people after we had a heartbreaking loss, and still be able to go thank them and those people, the things that they said to me and to our kids and things like that. And a coach like Jeff Abel coming up afterwards and talking to me and saying how much he respected me and our program, what we do and things. It's just, those are the things that, you know, matter the most to me. And I think the success is a byproduct of that, trying to point the kids in the right direction, you know, to be good people and work as hard as they can for a common goal. And I think that we've done that.